Sorry for the wait, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're all well. Welcome back to me playing through Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. K-Roll, Dinah, Dirt Dog, Firmsai. Good to see you guys. Random smash fact about this game. Okay, so before they decided not to feature Phoenix in Smash Ultimate, they programmed a few spirit fights. One of them was Look At Me, where Look At Me is played by the Joker from Persona 5. He would be the only DLC spirit that features another DLC fighter in their DLC spirit fight. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. All right, so how about we get to that theater recap, shall we? Last time on Ace Attorney, it's years later after Phoenix was supposedly convicted of his crimes, and he was there, and this is at the time period where Mia's sister Maya was his assistant, and her little cousin Pearl. So Maya and Pearl are donated their all their cool stuff to a museum or something like that, including the sacred urn that was broken by Pearly last game, but we don't talk about that because we don't want to hurt her feelings. So, and the whole museum exhibit is being run by, as soon as I can find that image, where is it? Sorry, this is very disorganized because there are so many characters I have to talk about. It's being run by the not Samus Aran / Sarah Bryant from not Tekken, Virtua Fighter person. I forgot her name. What was her name again? But yeah, so she's all like, oh, hey, I'm glad that you decided to let us use your urn for our museum exhibit or whatever it was. And then we're all like, yeah, no problem. And then Maya's like, Phoenix, you big dummy. It's our urn, not yours. And then she slaps him because everybody slaps Phoenix. So then we're all like, hey, let's all go get dinner. And then they're all like, oh, hey, let's go get dinner together to catch up on old times. And then we go to dinner. However, the next day, as we come to check up on everything that has happened, check up on the exhibit and stuff like that, we meet up with an old pal of ours, the great, the wonderful Dick Gumshoe, and then we're all like, oh, hey, Gumshoe, it's awful to see you, because every time we see you, something terrible has happened, or a crime has been committed. And then Gumshoe's like, yeah. So, you know that sacred urn that contains the spirit of your great ancestor, Maya? Yeah, so that's been stolen. And then Maya's like, my God, I'm more impressed by the fact that this isn't a murder case. And then Gumshoe's like, right? How is this not a murder case? Anyway, so they hired this fancy detective dude who said he'll help deal with the guy who stole it. Apparently it was stolen by some phantom thief or something like that. And we're like, really? A phantom thief? Isn't that a little, childish? And then Gumshoe's all like, by Japan standards, baby. Anyway, here, let me introduce you to this detective. So, we meet up with the detective, Look At Me. And he's all like, wow, look at me. Look at me. I'm the greatest detective of all time. Wow. And then we're all like, oh God, we really should have been in a Smash game, shouldn't we? Anyway, so he's all like, wow, I know without a doubt that this was stolen by the Phantom Thief. Wow, I have evidence to prove it. But I will catch him eventually. And then but Gumshoe's all like, oh, hey, don't worry about it. The detectives already caught him. And then look at me is all like, wow, what do you mean by that? I'm the great detective. You shouldn't have already caught him. And then like Gumshoe's all like, well, he surrendered to the police department, so yeah, we caught him before you did. Eat it. And Waluigi say, wah! And we're all like, okay, we probably should check up on that. So we go over to the precinct, and then we go try to speak with the, go talk to the thief. And the thief is, and then we find out, and then we meet up with the thief. Where is he? Where is he? So, yeah, we meet up with the thief there, and he's all like, oh, hi there. And then we're like, hi. Could you deliver, can you go apologize to my wife about the fact that I am a evil fandom thief? And then we're all like, I mean, we got nothing else better to do. It's not like we're hired to do anything yet, so sure, why not? So, after leaving the precinct, we're all like, okay, so let's go meet up with the thief's wife. So we meet up with the thief's wife, and we're all like, hi. So your husband's currently incarcerated and surrendered because he's a phantom thief, and she's all like, for the last time, my husband only thinks he's a phantom thief. He's not actually a phantom thief. Hang on, I think there's a knock on the door. Hang on a second. So, the door gets knocked upon, and do you know who is at the door? Mail time! When I hear the mail call sings, mail is called, it makes me want to wag my tail. It makes me want to mail! Anyway, so mailbox arrives, and he's like, you just got a letter. You just got a letter. Goodbye. So, we just got a letter, and we're all like, oh, cool, that's kind of neat and all that. And, unrelated to this letter, though, she's all like, oh, hey, can you just, like, give him, can you just, like, you can go ahead and read this letter. There's nothing, I don't think it's going to be anything important. Bye. And then we're all like, okay, sure, we're going to read this letter. And it's like, oh, snap, this is a blackmail letter. This was a blackmail letter telling the Joker to go ahead and rob the place. Well, I guess he's actually innocent. So he's not actually the Phantom Thief. I guess not. And then like, also like, Larry was there for a second. And he's all like, hi, I'm going to give you random piece of evidence out of nowhere. Excuse me while I perv out on other ladies. And we're like, okay. That's about it. I think that was about it. Okay, time to go to trial. And then Maya's like, wait, we didn't talk about the part where you get hired to be the defense lawyer. Anyone want to play ball? And that's what happened last time on Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Dramatic song rating, the guitar serenade, Ace Attorney 4. All right, thank you. Okay. Guitar Serenade from Ace Attorney 4. Sugar? Sugar? Oh, that night! You know, in your embrace? When you stole away the keys? My heart held on to it so tight. Pleasure. Pleasure? But, you know, it's a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me. And now through the air I fly. Whoa, whoa, oh, 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 oh. Burning going on in my heart. Fire! Burn away my love away! All away! Like a bullet of love and truth. No, that's wrong! Fire! Take my life away! All away! Fly away now! Fly away! Guitar! Guitar string. Up together to the sky! And song. The fuck is that portrait image? It's Captain America as Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is here to preside, Your Honor. Anyway, we're off to the second trial. Wish me luck. Give me a sec. Need a drink of water real quick. My throat's a little parched. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick! What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the masks and mask glossary I bought. Oh yeah, mask being the Phantom Thief. Also, give me a sec. I need to adjust my mic real quick. All right, there we go. You bought this where?
From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things.
Why are there freaking sales tents in front of the courthouse? Wouldn't the bailiffs and police have that removed immediately? Whatever, what do I know?
You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff.
Mask to mask publicity photos stuck in the court record. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me.
Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you've made it. Yeah, I did. But oh my god, what's wrong with my throat? Sorry about that, everyone. For some reason, I got like weird dust in my throat. I think this is what happens when I turn on my AC for the summer. I just get a weird feeling caught in my throat. You guys ever get feelings like that? I wouldn't call it allergies or anything like that. It's just a weird, it's a weird feeling in my throat, so it kind of screws up my ability to do long reads for these types of games. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! That is a very lewd music video, dude. Now look that up.
He's at it again.
I sent a calling card to Lord Lee Taylor. I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Oh yeah, right. He accidentally left the sacred urn in a bus, didn't he? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. But make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please?
Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie.
Oh, Tessie, honey, bonjour. Well, actually, wait, are they actually French? Is Ron and Desiree French? I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this.
Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. Call me Desiree.
Well, actually, you see, the thief is me.
Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you.
When people say stuff like that while smiling, that's always a really bad sign. So why are you smiling when you say it?
Well, if you excuse me, I got some errands that I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck.
To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 3rd, 10 a.m. District Courtroom number 6. Oh, there he is! There's everyone's favorite prosecutor that's not Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ellipses? What about the prosecution? Are you ready to? What a stupid question. What'd you say? Fine. Let me ask you this, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Already probably one of my favorite characters. Who are you?
Yo, Glaze, how you doing?
Oh my god, I have heard this song before, but I didn't realize this was Godot's name. I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case.
Ienzo628, thank you so much for a follow, really appreciate it. How you doing? He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Huh. None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Wait, what?
The fragrance of dark coffee. Yeah, that's his theme. I see. Oh, so coffee.
Never, but you've never said you've never lost before. I mean, you never lost if you never prosecuted a case, right? Exactly. I've never lost, but I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Oh. Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts.
This guy is the real deal, all right, Nick.
Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? Unless, you know, your first name is Winston and your last name is Payne. So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite.
Nick, is he a friend of yours?
No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Although I've been called plenty of other things. Just who is this masked man? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo. It's not Gobo. It's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. My God! Why is he so cool?
Oh, so sorry about that, guys. Had to adjust my seat real quick. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case breaks in two?
He is the smoothest freaking operator we've come across so far. My God. He might actually quickly become one of my favorite characters if he continues this.
Well then, let's hear from the first witness.
My name is...
No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know. That is all. Start talking. We're listening.
Yes, sir.
Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn.
Yes, sir! Mask to Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card to Lord Lee Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Isn't the urn worth absolutely nothing? That's why we were sure it was Mask to Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T.
So then the actual identity of this Mask the Mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you?
Who the hell slid that coffee into his hand? Who the hell slid that coffee?
We're in the middle of some trial here, Mr. Godot.
Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed.
Very well, it's only coffee after all.
What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial.
No, he didn't let him slide, he let the coffee slide.
We never find out who's sending the coffee.
Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Well, Nick, what are you going to do?
As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Mask the Mask who stole the urn. Mask to Mask is a master thief that's first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning?
Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves.
An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he meant to say authority.
The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal.
It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. I guess we can press a little harder. So, nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh?
You got it, pal.
Except maybe for the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police?
You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you?
Who is this person? Zavari? He sounds German.
His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not at all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole.
Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be.
Oh my god. Man, I wasn't expecting to just destroy Gumshoe, but yeah, we just ruined this man's entire career. It looks like the thief is toying with me even now. He's so confident that he sends his calling cards before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all these so-called calling cards? Of course I have, except... Oh, don't worry, hang on. Here you go. I got the calling card right here for you, Gumshoe. There you go. The person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police.
Was the calling card that Lord Taylor received authentic?
Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public.
But you're absolutely certain that this card is real?
Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Mask the Mask's emblem. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lord Taylor. Yo, Enzo. His 5th heist? And your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! Does that count? Technically, Gumshoe didn't say objection. The text for Gumshoe said objection. Does that count? You know what? Never mind. That counts. What? Thank you for 69 bits, K-Roll. That totally counts. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't even know about the calling card this time. You, of all people, shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow. It looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. Boy. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Tear of Emanon? Let's go with that.
What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop?
No, sir. It's a blue diamond! A single rare diamond! Next was the Crown of Bangora. You know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the Left Hand of Hades, and then the Portrait of Megina, sir. Detective Atme received the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the Sacred Urn, right?
But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces?
Well, we assumed he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. Well, that's the whole point. Like, you have to be sunny in the underworld, or otherwise you're just going to make everyone else feel bummed out. That's why we're sure it's Mask the Mask, sir. It fits his MO to the T. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T?
I was thinking of asking the same thing myself.
I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's a calling card. We're 100% certain that it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seems to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. Those are big words coming out of Gumshoe, just saying.
And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions...
That's right. It means that Mask the Mask is behind it.
Yo, Storm, how's it going? We're currently going through case 2 at the moment. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Mask the Mask who stole the urn.
But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Rotten Delight is Mask the Mask.
But...
Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself.
So, even though we know it was Mask the Mask that did it,
maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Mask the Mask that did it. Okay, let's see now. Mask the Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago.
Oh no, I didn't mean to press that!
Oops. Oops.
I pressed the wrong button. Well, early penalty. Whoops.
Hold it!
You got it backwards. Thank you for 96 bits, K-roll. Okay, let's try that once more with feeling. Let's take a look at the profiles real fast.
Oh. We don't know how old Godot is.
A prosecutor who is shrouded in mystery. He seems to know me somehow. Larry, blah, blah, blah. Started crime spree 6 months ago, so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card to Lord Lee Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. Well, I already got one. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. I said that was an objection. Throw up another one. Thank you. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right?
Yeah, that's right, pal.
But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case.
The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art.
Also, oh my god, I love this song so much.
What do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing?
No, I meant from a financial point of view.
I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good value.
Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn?
The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Mask the Mask would normally go after. Yo, woo, how's it going, man? You just missed me accidentally penalizing myself by pressing the wrong button. Ugh.
If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Mask the Mask.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. But the argument made itself, but...
Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Mask the Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot?
This coffee here. It's my special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? Oh, so yes, saxophone? I love this theme. It's so good. Going good, got a shining Yo, nice! If you're really a human, you should clean up your own messes. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Mask the Mask that stole the urn,
Then it must be someone imitating Mask the Mask's methods. A fake.
A fake Mask the Mask?
Fake the mask? That sounds so ridiculous. But I like it.
Again, who is sliding these coffees?
Now,
Wrong voice. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake.
Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting.
It looks like I'm going to have to prove it. I need a proof that person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact, fake the mask.
I mean, I know that this is saying take good of their speckled urn, so therefore it's talking about the urn itself. So that must mean that Mask to Mask specifically went after the urn. So I have to prove that it's a fake mask. Okay, so like obviously this says Mask to Mask, so therefore it doesn't necessarily prove that it's a fake the mask, even though he's going for something that's worthless. No offense, Maya. Mask the Mask knocked me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. I mean, obviously if I show this, this clearly shows it's Mask the Mask. So I have to prove that it's not the mask. Gumshoe is sliding coffee. He needs every penny he can get and Godot pays well. You know, I know you say it's not true, but I get that. Okay, let me see now. Found at the KB security building around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. Found in Ron's wallet. Opens the KB security CEO's office. Leaves a record when used. Shot of striking a pose. Wait a second! I just realized something! Hang on a second. Is there a difference in the costume? Is there a difference in the costume? Does his hat have the emblem on his head? It does. Oh, he doesn't have the emblem on the front. Yeah, like, if you look at Mask to Mask on the front, if you look here, like, there is a face thingy on his chest. But if you look at the photo here, nothing. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. The proof is right here. Oh yeah, I'm a genius. Let's go.
This looks like a photo taken by a security camera.
You got quicker than expected, really? I kind of realized it fairly quick. But if you look closely, you notice something peculiar about it. Huh. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on. Use this pointer and show us just what about this picture is so peculiar. It's right here, of course.
You mean Mask the Mask?
I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at.
Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning?
The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on the mask's chest.
A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed! We need to retreat at once!
The judge has a steed? A brooch, sir. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on.
A clasp, eh? Oh, I see now.
But the mask in the security camera photo. Ah, he has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Mask the Mask is a fake! I've been fooled again! How's a hay lake?
Order! It's true, undeniably true! Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know how I... That's like Godot's third coffee. Hey now. If you're going to have a pity party, invite me too.
Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
Huh. The brooch you're talking about. Only his third. How's Godot? I actually really like Godot. He's a very smooth operator, and I appreciate that. Yo, Side Effect, how you doing? You have 18 days. Side Effect, I might want to say that's a little unhealthy. Just a little. Do you mean that? And this is why you present all evidence to the defense when they present their argument. That's Mask the Mask brooch!
Where did you find it?
Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Ami Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. Isn't that tampering with the crime scene? Kiddo just committed a breach of trust with the police. I was about to say, yeah. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Phoenix does exactly this too. You're not wrong, Side Effect. He's a prosecutor. It's fine. This guy is one cool customer. And there's his fourth. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there too. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? What's this game rated again?
Hickeys?
Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. I figured as such. Okay. What?
What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch?
Dual Destinies was the first one rated M. Yeah, wasn't Spirit of Justice like rated T? I might be wrong about that though.
Order in the court. Mr. Godot.
Godot?
Let's see that brooch.
I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Seriously? Take good care of her.
It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back.
Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Found in the shadow of Ami Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. Huh. You mess with Godot, and you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all.
Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom.
Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh?
Can we get a coffee count for this game? We could. You know what? Screw it. Hang on. Let me set it up real quick. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly. It's been a while since I had to make a count. I'm not sure if this is going to work correctly, but let me test it out. Why did it go up? Why didn't it go up? That's weird. Oh, wait a second. Am I supposed to... How do I edit this? Do I have to make it like a exclamation point edit? I think I have to exclamation edit, don't I? If I do it like this, will that work? Okay, that's not how that works. That's weird because, like, for some reason, I'm copying exactly what I did for objection count, but for some reason, it's coming out as that instead when I try to do the coffee count. Hang on. What am I doing wrong here? You know what? This is too annoying to actually get right now. We'll worry about this later. Where was I? 1 second is 1 drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. I like how I love how I had this on screen while I was messing around with this. Anyway. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What's clear?
Zavari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me! What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A coffee maniac that. Am I correct?
Oh, yes, that's right.
Huh. Not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, sir prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke at Me, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off.
I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail.
You have heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. I was about to say, if you multiply by 0, wouldn't you still get 0? Why was this guy all by himself anyway? Must be some reason. I'm sure of it.
Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal?
My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural.
I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening.
Well, sir, old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Mask the Mask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
Very well, proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
The pizza Phoenix! Eat it! You thought the King of Thieves was Aladdin's dad? Yes. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, sir lawyer. Hang on a second. Okay, just want to double check. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh?
So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it?
Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that thief never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide that last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended from where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So, how is it that you didn't notice the thief?
Oh, hang on. Thank you, Nightbot and Woot. You know what? While I'm getting my drink of water, yeah, perfect timing. Nightbot has some news for you guys. There's a new 79 and 80-bit cheer alerts if you guys want to check those out. Thank you for the 79 bits. And there is also a new 80 bits alert.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Thank you for the 80 bits, K-Rool. I saw that way before, but yeah, I liked it. My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his foottails. Hi, Super Hot Mew. Welcome. Even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. Welcome to Ace Attorney Hell. I like Ace Attorney. I thrive in it. Objection! Thanks for 69 bits, K-Roll. Can we get an objection for that? Thank you, Maniacal. It can only be due to this subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Oh, wait, hang on a second, I didn't press that. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? When I saw his face, his mask, that's all I can recall.
That's not very solid as far as testimony goes.
However, fortunately, I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe.
Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good, then let's continue with the testimony.
Is Godot just gonna silently gulping down coffee while we do all this? Okay, whatever. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Ha! Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck to the head? Yes. Yes, he has. By this idiot here. Huh? Well, actually, yes. By a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory too. Oh, right! I completely forgot about that! That was such a stupid first case. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? I completely forgot about the fire extinguisher. Was that a pun? Not intentionally. The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then... There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How can he not have noticed when the thief came in? Oh, so he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Hang on a second. I didn't press this last statement.
about this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium.
Oh my god, we're playing Xenoblade 2?
As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold.
So, what happened during those 30 minutes?
No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether.
Just what is he going on about?
Okay, blah, blah, blah. I might be an idiot, but I didn't notice the contradiction in there, actually. 1 o'clock in the morning after the date change, when my nemesis dancingly descended upon me, just as it began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I woke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. Went off once at around.
Who is that penguin wannabe?
Thanks for the 2-bit, Shadow.
He is ace detective, as it were, as we are the ace attorneys.
Anyway, warehouse camera went off around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. You know what? That's still accurate. Mask to mask not out during crime with a blow to... Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I think I figured it out. Just as I began to turn, darkness swallowed me. When I woke, he was gone. The real okay, so I think I know what it is. I think what it is was that Atmi's golden statue was like right in front of where Luke should have been. So therefore he should have seen him take the Shinshito that knocked out Atmi. So the real question is, how come he didn't, like, which part am I supposed to present that on? At least I think that's what it's supposed to be. We're attorneys? Well, of course we are. When we were playing this game, everyone's an attorney. Just like how everybody's a doctor in Dr. Mario World. Yo, oh, Grimar, how you doing? Right now, I'm just trying to figure out what I need to present. I think I have the right idea. I'm just not entirely sure where I need to present it on. After the date changed, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask the Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. I was like, Olive Garden, when you're here, you're a lawyer. Yes, we are actually Olive Garden for lawyers. I guess we'll go with this point over here because I'm pretty sure this is the thing that we need to present. Yeah, let's go with this. I got it wrong. Dang it! What is the current objection count out of curiosity anyway? Oh, and even 60. Nice. Okay. I feel like I figured out what I need to present. I just don't know which line I need to present it on. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I woke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. Maybe I'm supposed to present the statue because it was moved on the night of the crime? Not quite there yet? Okay, so I'm thinking too late. Okay, so I need to wind it back a little bit. Time to rewind the clock. Okay, how about, no, that means nothing. That means yes! Obviously we resent the attorney's badge! No, no. I'm thinking too complicated. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 a.m. at the night of the crime. Okay. Photo of the storeroom entrance taken by the camera on the night of the crime. No. Yeah, there's a much simpler issue at play here. Is it? Found in the KB security building at around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. Irrelevant. Found in Ron's wallet. Irrelevant. Shot of Mask the Mask striking a pose. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. Found in the shadow of Ami's statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. I feel like that's irrelevant. What am I missing here? 1 o'clock in the morning. Descended upon me by Mask the Mask. As I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike, and when I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used the emergency phone to notify the police. I feel like I'm missing something really obvious here. Yeah, don't tell me in chat. Do not tell me in chat. I will figure this out. Warehouse camera went off at 1 a.m. I'm gonna feel so stupid if I don't realize this. Mask to Mask knocked at me out during the crime with a blow to the back of the head. Photo of the storeroom entrance. 30 minutes later. Is that important? I feel like, oh my god, this is so obvious. I feel like it's so obvious. Maybe I'm supposed to present a profile? No, I don't think I need to present a profile. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single blow. Means Mask the Mask got a pizza. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? At least tell me which statement I'm supposed to present on. And yes, I have pressed every statement, Daffrack. 3 or 4. Either is fine. 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone.
feel like the big thing we need to point out is how he snuck up on him. I feel like that's the thing that we need to present on, but like, I don't know what evidence I can use to prove that. It can't be the Ami statue, because like, we know it was moved on the night of the crime, we just don't know when it happened. I know, like, I know that he's lying. I know he's lying. I'm just trying to figure out what proves that he's lying. It's not the Shinchisito. Are we actually overthinking this? I really do feel like I'm overthinking this. Oh my god. I'm gonna feel like, I guarantee you, all of you, when I figure this out, I'm gonna be smacking myself for not realizing this. I don't know. I guess went off once around. Wait a second. Is this it? No, it's not the 1 a.m. It's no, I don't think it's a timing thing, right? Because he did say it's around 1 a.m. when he got struck, right? May want to save, yeah. Yeah, I don't think the time matters. I don't think that's the thing that matters. Oh my god. I really feel like I'm overthinking this, because all I'm thinking is, okay, so the guy actually was there and he smacked Luke at me using the Shinchisito, but you also have to move Ami's golden statue in order to do that, because you can't do it in front of him, or, oh my god. Present Missile the dog. Perfect! This is an instance you're trying to prove one thing, but the game wants you to prove something else entirely. Didn't fight back. How do I prove that? Oh, wait a second! What if I present this? Like, there's like this whole mess over here. Maybe he did fight back. Oh. Is that it? No. Dang it. No, that's not right. Well. Let's regain my points. No. Okay. It's not the Shinchisito, because that only proves that he got knocked on the back of the head. But why was this moved? Maybe I have to point out that this was moved? Nope. The statue is not important right now. Oh my god! What am I missing here? I am missing something so obvious. No. 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 Oh! Really? Really? Oh my god! Oh! 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 Oh, I'm an idiot! I'm an idiot! Mr. At Me. God, it took me a while, but I get it now. I get it now. Could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. It is, in point of fact, Mask the Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Oh my god. You know what? I just want to throw out a quick explanation for myself. I didn't think about that because I was too distracted with making the copy commands. Ah, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing.
Ripped off? Aha!
We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have struggled with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night, you, Mr. Detective At Me. Urgh. I'm an idiot, Dirt Dog. Detective At Me, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court?
Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime.
No, wait just a moment, Sir Old-Timer.
Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home.
I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? And I can apparently only maintain my attention one case at a time. You talk too much.
Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought?
Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
There's another coffee. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, look at me, agree completely. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists. I thought gentlemen uses swords, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote.
So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Mask the Mask?
Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. A man speaks with his back.
Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which test me goes with which case.
That can't be good.
Alright, what we got?
Indeed, it is true. I looked away from the door for a brief moment.
Why? So why did you look away from the door anyway?
In addition to the camera, I prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course.
So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Tell me about the sensor, I guess? What kind of sensors are you talking about?
There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them.
That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours?
Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well.
In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh?
Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, sir lawyer?
Okay, well, let's press him on the computer now. If I can mash fast enough. So, did that computer belong to Lordly Taylor as well?
Correct! Well, except for the program that manages the data. That was specifically designed by me! Look at me!
In that case, he could have easily manipulated data.
What's wrong, sir lawyer?
Cannot be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean? That discombobulated. Adjective. You know what? I actually don't know how to exactly explain it, but I do know what it means.
You young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean.
You know what? That's a mood, Judge. That is a very big mood.
Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Firmsai, you're a lawyer. Please tell me you know what discombobulated means.
Now I've forgotten. What was I saying?
Ah, jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago.
Phoenix clearly never studied English. Confused and disconcerted.
Thank you, Burmsai.
Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. You have this series on Switch? What a coincidence. So do I.
Oh, by the way, everybody! Yo, remember how you guys gave me a whole bunch of stuff for Mario Golf? It's here!
Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean by weapon from the side?
We got golf! Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, look at me, was hiding in the area.
So I'll have to take the shrink wrap off your copy.
Oh, Mayo, definitely try to do that before the year is over, because apparently if you don't cash in the gold points, they disappear from your copy after a year. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse.
Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch?
Yeah, I really hated Smayo. It's the worst. Like, I actually bought, like... It's actually funny. I bought Starlink, like, a day before the year was over for that, but I forgot to cash in the gold points, like, and by the time I did it, I couldn't cash in the points for it anymore. I was so annoyed about that.
Wait, a used copy can get you free points, but the problem is that you have to make sure no one cashed it in. If someone cashed it in, they're going to say, oh, this card has already been used. Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the the Cheeto sword.
So the thief armed himself with a sword? And what about yourself, witness?
A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, blah, 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 blah. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course! In college, I was a second in charge of the boxing club.
Sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive.
However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask the Mask. This guy is a real piece of work. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. That's not a real word. Powericious? I assumed the at-me fighting stance. I am legitimately curious what the at-me fighting stance looks like now, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? So, what was this flash of light that blinded you? I was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. The statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing? Well, that wasn't very much help at all. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This look at me guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Before we get that though, I am very curious about the look at me fighting stance. Probably looks like Waluigi doing karate. Wouldn't be surprised. Tell me about the at-me fighting style. What is this at-me fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say any more. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it. That's the at-me fighting style.
Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony?
You know what, in case something bad happens. Of course it's important. We've learned a detective's secret technique after all.
Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night.
Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out.
Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony.
I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. Where is this third eye you're talking about? Oh, come on, it's the same location as Daisy's third eye. Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. Okay. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead, if you like. So he has a 3-head, got it. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Mr. Liar, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. You know, my mom says the exact same thing to me every day. So, Mr. At-me got hit on the forehead then? That's what he says. I've got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Phoenix isn't going to play Melee Limit. That's not... So claims you. We can mod him into Melee if we wanted. Looked away from the door for a brief moment. Cannot be so easily discombobulated. Thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered you senseless. Fights only his fists, but they were not enough. Put my back to the wall of fight, but Thief's blow landed upon my third eye. But it says the back of your head. Detective at me! Your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards! What fun this is, sir lawyer! It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you! And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet! I believe this is what you said yesterday. Now, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
From behind, huh?
Yeah, Phoenix crosses swords only with Edgeworth. In bed. But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I made another mistake. Detective at me. That's not the only strange part of your testimony.
What do you mean by that?
For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Oh my god, I was not expecting that deep of a voice for Godot, but it makes sense. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on! It's not as pretty as that! Wow, his coffee is super gray. Really? What's it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around.
Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting?
Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Mr. Atme is no ace detective. This Mr. Atme is a fake. Mr. Atme is masked the mat. No. You know what? I can actually believe all three of these. The defense asserts that we have to save. Not wrong. But seriously though, I can actually believe all three of these. Let's go with something that's actually relevant. I like to think you are no ace detective. The truth is, this witness is no ace detective at all. Hold on, I need to write this down in my journal first. Oh, excuse me, I need to use this ink deck. So then, what exactly are you saying that I am? Well, an average detective?
Hardly see the relevance of that.
What are you doing, Nick? Weren't you going to go on the attack? Oops.
Think harder next time.
Yeah, all right, time to rewind time. This is fine. That never happened. Okay, so we need you guys to take back those objections that we just did. I don't know. Are you a fake?
The witness isn't Luke at me. He's a fake. So now it's not just Mask the Mask.
You want to take back objections?
Never mind. Throw back one in. Thank you for 69K rule. So now it's not just Mask the Mask. You're saying I'm a fake too. An ace detective could never be as forgetful as this guy.
Imposters like you are often suspicious of others as well.
Oh, what? You're turning this on me? Are you kidding me? Listen, I saw Luke at me vent, and I know for the fact that he hasn't been doing any of his tasks. If you're going to turn this on me, then I'm going to turn this on you. Godot, you're the second imposter.
Shall we vote then?
No! No! I'm innocent, I tell you. Give a random Smash fact about this game. Okay, so, Phoenix, when he was being developed for Smash Ultimate, until he got canceled, of course, his final Smash was going to be him presenting wrong evidence, and then the judge tries to give a penalty, but when judge tries to give a penalty, he accidentally smacks the other fighters instead. Yeah, that's what his final Smash would have been. Everyone is guilty until proven innocent.
Really? This is too much. Next you'll be calling me a fake too.
Oops.
Imagine if you can rewind time in Among Us. Really? 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 That was the one I was supposed to go with? That one was the not huge leap in logic? That was the correct choice? Okay. Great job figuring that out, Phoenix.
Oh gosh.
The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Endless possibility. Detective Luke Atmey's true identity is actually Mask the Mask. Yeah!
Also, that was a really good reaction face. I love that.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Don't mind me, I'm going to jam out to the music for a moment.
Did you ever see Phoenix's Ultra in Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
I have! It's actually really cool. I like it. There are too many unnatural parts of Mr. Atmey's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. Like that's because I analyzed crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant detection. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atmey. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask the Mask.
But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask the Mask. This security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor department store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it.
He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn.
So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief.
I actually wouldn't mind playing a game like that.
Is this true, witness?
The Masked Mo is pure genius. And so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. Or, you know, exhaust all the options until you get the correct one.
as per usual. I am impressed, sir lawyer.
What? Witness, you're admitting it?
Nick, now's your chance.
Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin.
Objection.
What? Godot blend number 102. My personal favorite. And you threw it in my face? Really? There's a popular cosplay. Wait, what? That's a cosplay? Hang on, I need to look this up now. Give me a sec. I need to see this. Coffee Phoenix. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. 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 Godot Blend 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godot, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true.
But, Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and
Can I just say, if you zoom in like this, he kind of looks like a Dragon Quest slime. Just, you know, made out of crap. I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Trite. If this detective really is the thief, then show us a proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Godot, you literally inflicted third-degree burns upon Phoenix's skull just now. How's the cup saying there? Listen, that's how sharp Phoenix's mind is. It's so sharp, it's turned his head into a cone.
Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see the decisive proof you have, quickly.
Oh, I don't know. His hair looks pretty sharp, too, if you ask me, Paper Star. Yes, of course. What's the big rush?
Are you alright, Nick?
Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. Can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Look at Me is in fact Mask to Mask. Do I have proof? Do I have proof? I legitimately have no idea. Man cannot wait for Great Ace Attorney at the end of the month. Dude, I am excited too. I'm probably not going to play it because I'm going to play it on stream, but I am looking forward to it when it comes out.
I don't know if I have the evidence for this. Proof? Of course I've got... I think I just chose the wrong answer, didn't I? Did you check the pudding? Ah, the proof is in the... I hate you, Maniacal. Ha! Just what I thought. The proof is in the coffee. A man has to hold his head up no matter how bad things get, after all. Maybe I should load that back in. As usual, the defense comes prepared, Your Honor. Good try there, Paper Star.
Very well then, let's see what you've got. Please present proof that Mask to Mask is actually Look at Me.
Ah! 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 Sent before a highest emblem top secret will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display. No. What's the name of Ice type gym leader in Sinnoh? Candace. Wait a second. Maniacal? Where do you think it's going? Also, hey Zeno, show him the badge? Obviously! Camera data went off once at 1 a.m. Mind if I save you a ton of time right now? Let me guess, I'm not actually supposed to present this right now, am I? I'm actually not supposed to present right now, am I? Oh, I picked correctly the first time? Oh, the way they worded it, it sounded like I did it wrong. Whoops. Maniacal, I'm gonna slap you for that DM you just sent me. Has yet to be found. So I actually was right the first time. Whoops. Oh, we're just in the middle of trial trying to prove that Look at Me is actually Mask the Mask. Ugh.
I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion.
This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove.
Expertly brewed too.
How many Xenoblade alerts do I have now? Thank you for so much for the host, Flargra. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you going to just give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all! Oh, counterattack? Hang on, let me go put that on. No, not actually. Have you ever wondered how messed up your eyesight would be if one was constantly looking through a magnifying glass? I'm pretty sure his entire eye would be strained and bugged out.
It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to add, then... What? Who?
Desiree?
Who are you?
That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Miss Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for. I think I found it.
Oh.
Right, I forgot about that.
You mean that bag?
No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, what? Wait a second. Excuse you, what? Excuse you, but what? Okay, we're going to get to that later.
That's...
The sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn! Desiree is very much acute.
Order, you, madame! That urn, where did you find it?
You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Found in the office of Look at Me. That's pink splotches all... Pink, you say? This really is turning into a Danganronpa game. Well, what do you have to say for that one, Mr. At Me? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Ah, pathetic.
Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say?
Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man has to be taken at his word. It's truly sad.
You're still denying that Mr. Atme was involved?
Before casting aspirations at Detective Atme, consider young lady here. Can I just say I appreciate Godot actually being sensible about all this and trying to actually prove someone's, like, he's basically running under the idea of innocent until proven guilty. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct?
Yes, what about it?
Ah, there's coffee number 6. Huh. Well, yeah, the coffee number 6. How charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring.
What are you insinuating?
As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here.
Yeah, we have a coffee counter, but I need to actually make an edit to fix that. That's actually not completely accurate.
So, you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was found, was before you found it.
What? I just brought it here from the detective's office.
Please, madame. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy that we have been witness to.
Tragedy? This is a freaking this is a larceny case. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing.
Miss Delight.
Please, Nicky boy. You've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I gotta prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Well, technically I didn't see it inside of his office.
What's wrong? Isn't it your job to come up with something to say?
Nick, come on! It should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we? Well, we definitely saw the bag. We never saw the contents.
You're right. I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round. And smooth, too.
Food?
In real life, a lawyer can't testify about the case of defense on. It's against the rules to be a lawyer if you're into witness.
Fair enough. Yes, it must have been the urn. It must have.
But I never actually saw it with my own eyes.
Damn it, you're right.
Amy walked in just when I was about to have a look at it.
So even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. You're right.
Ha! It looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Trite. This town overflowing with lies. There's still a single flickering candle of truth.
Mickey boy. Well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn, but maybe I can still testify from another angle.
What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet?
There must be some way. Okay, here's the thing though, if I select fingerprints, I'm pretty sure fingerprints would indicate that it was actually taken by our defendant. So I don't know if I can even select that. And doesn't Luke always wear gloves? I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. I mean, yeah, but doesn't Luke wear gloves?
Fingerprints, eh?
Blood, eh? Oh, come on now. Yeah, he's wearing gloves. Now you're really making me laugh, Mr. Lawyer. Fingerprints, indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. But he wears gloves. After all, it was I who guarded the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be any evidence of anything.
I figured as such.
What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
I figured as such.
The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Okay, let's think about this here. Pearl's fingerprints are on it because of her, you know, remaking the vase. Maya probably touched it at one point. Gumshoe probably never touched it. Mask the Mask obviously had touched it, I think. Wait, does Mask the Mask wear gloves? Hang on. Yeah, Mask the Mask wears gloves. Okay, Would Adrian have touched it? Yeah, Adrian's 24. Well, then again, when does this case take place again? This was like a 2018 case, I think. Well, obviously Luke couldn't have touched it because he wears gloves all the time. Ron Delight can't have his fingerprints on it. Desiree has fingerprints. Who the heck could have touched it? Oh, wait, that's actually a good point. Wait a second, that means, wait, I just realized something. Desiree's fingerprints would have to be on the urn then, because if she was the one who took it and put it into the bag, yes! Got it!
Let me give you an important piece of advice. The one who keeps a cool head all the way until the game's end is the winner.
Let me give you an even more important piece of advice, Mr. Wright.
You're not going to win this game with that.
What? Oh no, did I overthink it? I overthought it again, didn't I? Dang it! Wow. Even the judge is making cool, snappy remarks now. I almost had it! No! Does that mean I was wrong again? Urn was put in that bag and carried to the detective's office yesterday. That means the person I should be fingering is... Phoenix, please do not finger anyone. Unless his name is Miles Edgeworth. The person who left their prints on the urn yesterday at the Atmia Detective Agency.
Objection!
Phoenix WTH.
Thank you for the 69. Did you really think there's someone that could fit that bill? Who could have left it there? It would have to be Mask the Mask, right?
Objection!
Oh god damn it.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you decided?
Your Honor, please give me one more chance. One more chance. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. This guy. No. Okay. Who do you ship Franziska with? Me. Do I need a hint? It's not like we have to mask fingerprints on file. That is a good point. Paper Star also raises a good point. She is a strong, independent woman. Wait, is Franziska and Adrian Andrews a thing? Actually, yeah, you're right. I remember those two actually interacting a lot. Yeah, that's fair. I ship it. Anyway, would it be Gumshoe? No, it can't be Gumshoe. That would mean Ron's fingerprints would have to be on it if he delivered it, I think. Or maybe it was Gumshoe who delivered. You know what? I'll take a hint. No, yeah, the investigation was last week. Investigation answers this question. Oh my god. Someone touched the urn without looking at it. Who could have touched the urn without looking at it? While it was inside the... Oh, wait a second! Oh! Ah, damn it! I'm an idiot! But yeah, that was a little too specific. Yes, that was a little too specific on that one. Ah, man. I forgot. Oh, well. Anyway, so what's all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? It's very rarely you actually have to present Phoenix for this, though. Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, I can't just open this private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a second, I'm taking it out now.
Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard and smooth.
Well, hello there.
It's true that I didn't get a chance to look at the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside.
What? You touched it?
And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard.
Oh, well, that was just...
Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. Objection. Oh god, this song's great. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What'd you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said.
I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look even more valuable.
Oh my god, I don't even remember that part. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. Huh. This blend. Godot blend number 107. I've decided is a little too better after all. Oh my god, his mask is actually steaming. What the heck?
Order, order, order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and...
Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that.
No need, you say?
Precisely. I already know what Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn.
What are you saying?
Yes, I finally broken him down.
Ho 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 hee hee! Take a good look, everyone!
Oh my god, what is wrong with your face?
Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to— What? I was forced to create one by myself.
What?
Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask the Mask.
Oh my god, really? I'll admit I wasn't expecting this turnaround, but okay.
I hope y'all enjoyed my little performance. It was me.
Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition?
He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Look at Jin's LP ruined Atme's breakdown for me because he can't see what she commented. Wait, what did Lucas say for it? I never watched it because I was avoiding spoilers.
Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came precariously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief?
Nick, you were right after all.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief.
The court finds the defendant Ron Delight.
Don't do that in the courtroom.
You're wrong. Wrong, I tell you. I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want! I'm the thief, I tell you!
No one wants to listen to you. Too late.
I also do it! Pronounce me guilty! Please!
Why does he actually remind me of another Ron?
I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but...
The true identity of the thief has already been proven! Please hurry and pass judge... What are you talking about? I already confessed! I'm the thief, I tell you!
That's number 7.
Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee!
Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir?
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
You are Mask the Mask, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy.
Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man.
Lewd? I know that! I won't fail, I swear! You already have a cutie of a wife, dude. You can become a man that way.
Okay then, talk. We're all listening.
Oh, well, let's have a listen to this confession.
Oh boy, here we go.
The truth is, I've been Mask the Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not Mask the Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen after all.
Oh my god, I'm gonna slap you.
I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime.
I am gonna slap this man.
Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me! As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off. That's all.
I don't like the direction this trial has taken.
But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. Ha! You're doing great.
Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me.
Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise. What? What? I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true the Mask.
Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best.
All right, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination.
What?
Alright. This trial, I was about to say, that trial was a little too easy to resolve it that quickly. I had a feeling there was probably going to be another twist in here. The truth is, I've been Mask the Mask all along.
Oh, really?
You may think you're the real Mask the Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons.
With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it?
Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose.
What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. So, why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests. It's criminals.
If that's the case, then why did you ever start with thieving to begin with?
Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Thessaholic.
These two are adorable. These two are actually adorable.
So you do have a complicated family situation after all.
All right, that's enough. Please continue your testimony. I beg of you. You can't prove that I'm not actually Mask to Mask, can you? I might.
I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Mask to Mask and not just some kind of assist fanboy. Hey now, you're an all-star. That's not fair now. Play. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway?
Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim? For a change?
Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already.
I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Mask to Mask.
Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we?
For the time being, maybe I need a shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn.
Anyway, I
mean, yeah, I could do that, but then I miss out on perfectly good pressing opportunities. You've got no alibi. That ain't going to fly. I've been a judge for a long time.
And this is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about having no alibi.
There are 3 correct answers to this testimony. Wow, that's how flimsy this testimony is, isn't it?
But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No. That's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse.
Hold on.
What is it, Nick?
Where was Ron Delight when the crime happened? Wow, this game is laying it on thick, isn't it? If we can prove that he had an alibi after all, this case would be I mean, I already know what the alibi is. It's literally right here. Literally right here. I know. I know. I know.
Well, you're right, but...
Huh. You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. I also smell a butt.
Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi?
Yes. I have the evidence. Or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie?
Oh, I've never seen you as this angry before.
I'm not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic.
I thought I was more confident than angry.
Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show this court evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime.
Boom. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct?
Makes sense to me.
So take it.
That's not my wallet!
Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when did you find a wallet? You should report it to the police right away.
No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence?
Mr. Delight, when did you first notice you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime.
I found this ID in this wallet, therefore this must be your wallet.
Makes sense to me.
So take it.
But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner.
This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at the KB security headquarters. The wallet and keycard were both correct here. You could also have presented a blackmail letter. What? Really? Okay.
What? Surely you're not serious.
Yes, I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB security that night.
No!
So if the defendant was at KB security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi.
No!
Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway.
Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee!
Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong.
You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up.
Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school.
Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there?
He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it to use this, didn't you? The key card to the KB Security CEO's office.
No!
Huh. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway?
Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
Ugh, this stupid kid!
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night.
Alright, well, I already know exactly what I gotta present right here.
Okay, thanks, bye!
Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct?
That's...
What is it?
Why, it's a letter from our good friend Mailbox. A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents.
But
blackmail? Yes, basically it says bring $50,000. Wait a second, I just realized something. Why did it put in the dollar sign if they are also going to say dollars? That's basically saying $50,000 dollars.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right.
ATM machine. You know what? Touche, chat. Touche. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. In KB Security CEO office, a full half hour away from the scene of the crime. Up, there's Coffee 8.
No! 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 Order! 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 So when the thief of the Earl occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense.
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company. But, did you actually investigate this CEO at all? Huh? No, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that.
Not sure what I think of... At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what to think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr.
Well, when I need someone to corroborate, I guess. Gotta turn to the butt.
Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy.
No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night. Oh boy, I really hope I'm right.
Who is this useless looking young man?
Listen, he's not completely useless. He's just mostly useless. You don't remember him, Your Honor?
Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat.
Accurate. It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably presides over many court cases. He's not going to remember every one of them. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this key card. Yup, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yep, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this key card's data. Number 9. Blah! I love how he just gets the coffee, drinks it, just for a spit take. So good.
Well, Mr. Godot?
The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the key card data. Here.
So what does it show?
Each key card has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. in the morning of the crime.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as mask to mask in this photo.
Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough to brew a good old cup of joe.
So then...
Number 10! Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's office CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Mask the Mask.
Good job, you did it, Nick!
That's enough! I came precariously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
Yeah, what is this? The shop owner of Link's Awakening? What's wrong, Your Honor?
I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor.
Huh.
Oh.
Very well, the court finds the defendant, Ron Delight.
We did it!
Court is now adjourned.
Yay! That being said, though, we never did find out why the Ami statue was moved. We also don't know why there's pink paint on the Ami urn. This isn't the end of the case, is it? Nick, you did it! You were right after all! Yeah! Yay! Great. Yeah, this is real short for a case, too. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick! Oh, pearls! I got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, boy. Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself! Did she just slap me? She just slapped me. Ouch! She slapped me! Hurley. This woman is Miss Desiree Light. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick! Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No, now you got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. Oh my god. Phoenix is the protagonist of an NTR manga. Ow, a double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right. It's all thanks to Nicky Boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please. You're embarrassing me. No, 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 bad. Even worse. If we won the case, then why does this guy look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, am I right, amigo?
Mr. Godot, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite.
Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. I ain't your buddy, pal. He ain't your buddy, guy. I ain't your guy, friend.
Well, playtime is over.
Huh?
Early this morning, the body of Kate—
What? Oh my god! Of course this was a murder case! I knew this was going to be a murder case! And here I thought this was finally going to get a case that wasn't a murder case! Of course! Surprise murder out of nowhere! Kate Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Here's your daily dose of murder! Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Oh! Oh! Oh. Oh boy, we go killing again. Wait, but body?
The estimated time of death was 1 a.m.
I'm sorry to see why Ron wanted to be convicted for theft rather than murder. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean...
That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered.
Okay. So then, what are you doing here?
Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about the piece of info I helped you out with today?
God, that smirk. Helped me out. What?
On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office. The scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbued with utter rage.
What are you saying? Imbued with rage?
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
An employee of KB Security?
It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
No way.
He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
Damn it. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. Oh, but I am a thief, I tell you.
Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time, you'll be tried for murder.
What? This is impossible.
I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two?
Oh god, now Pearls thinks we're gay. Or bi.
Or pan? You know what?
The whole pride rainbow is Phoenix. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to you, Mr. Delight.
Nick, how could this be happening?
Right in front of our own very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me.
Ah! Ronnie!
Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny.
What the heck's going to happen next?
Well, we finished the second trial. You know what? I still have time before the end of my stream. I can start the beginning of the next trial. Or the next case, rather. Have a good night, Storm. Yo, Red. October 13th, 3:02 p.m. Wright & Co. law offices. Wow, I have never seen a case lead from one to the next like that before. This is so good. And now happy-go-lucky music, as Maya's super depressed. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred.
No way, Jose! I don't buy it!
But the one who proved that Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself. At least, from what I can understand.
Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we start looking into the KB security murder?
I think I'm gonna head back to Crane Village for a while, if that's alright.
Sure, but why?
I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it.
Again, why is it pink?
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with...
No, Mystic Maya? Oh wait, that's Pearl. I accidentally got Pearl and Phoenix mixed up. Whoops. He names everybody.
No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some quality time together, full of love and happiness.
Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve.
Sacred urn given to Pearls. I feel like the pink paint is going to matter later.
Now remember, no fighting, okay?
She's gone.
Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation.
So, what do we do now?
Isn't it obvious? We should get out there. Wake up, get out there. And investigate the murder.
Well, first, we need to figure out exactly where KB Security is located.
Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know.
I feel like she's more grieving over the fact that her husband is being convicted for murder.
Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Oh, yeah. Like, you know, hey, tell us about your husband that's about to be locked away forever, probably get the death sentence. But, you know, while you're doing that, can you tell us about this Harley? Motorcycles? You're nothing of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. You must be relieved we got the secret urn back, huh? You bet. But there's something a little different about it. Don't ellipses question mark at me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says, look at this graph. I am. Every time it makes me laugh on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says Ami like it always used to. Oh, yeah, you're right. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm pretty sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Missing Ami's name into I am. And the repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. Also, how do I never notice her ball was a steel samurai ball? But still, I don't really remember ever seeing pink splotches on it either. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to the Crane Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Crane Village in a long time. So, I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training, right? Yep, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So, why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Ah! You don't just ask a girl why she hasn't been doing things lately, Phoenix. It's rude. Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. Channeling dojo, huh? That's pretty serious. Whatever that is. If you're going to train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the Crane technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. It sounds like being the master of Crane is going to be a heavy responsibility. Alright, real question is, do we want to go to detention center or the mask's hideout first? I'm just going to close my eyes and mash around my control stick for a bit. Alright, we're going into Mask's hideout first. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya! Miss Delight? All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please. Please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Miss Delight had such a vulnerable side. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him.
I don't think he would either, Nick.
Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" No offense, Desiree.
He would never say that! Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying he's a thief.
I've already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world.
What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us.
Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest, he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. Ha! The very idea. I guess I just don't get it.
Huh? Get what?
I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple.
Yeah, they sure are different.
Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? Mysterious girlfriend X, tell us more. It was love at first sight. For me, anyway.
What? For you?
So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. What? Saved your life? I was at work one day when 2 robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. I can see that. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives and I broke down into tears. Who brings a knife to a robbery? Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight coming running in to save you? Yes, exactly! I remember. He looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. Japanifornica. Japanifornia. Good point. Is that dude on the right there wearing a stocking? Okay, sure. That's a real good way of hiding your face. Sure, good job, sir. He went right up to those 2 knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the 2 robbers. If I start swinging my arms and start walking towards you, it's your own fault if you don't get out of the way. Out by himself, he came to save me. A total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. Yep, her earrings are giant wheels. It's great. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. These 2 are actually adorable. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. Maya, you are lucky Pearls isn't here right now. Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. So anyway, I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. And Maya was taken hostage. That is true. That did happen. Oh god, how many times have we had to rescue Maya? Well, we found out the backstory between Desiree and Ron and how they got together. It was actually kind of cute. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atme's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real mask. The mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Atme knew more about Mask the Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then, you went there to ask him some questions? That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. I actually really like Desiree too. She's really sweet. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now. But I forced my way past her and into his hideout. You know, illegal breaking and entering notwithstanding. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table.
Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too.
There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Miss Delight, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there. Huh. And yet, according to what we heard yesterday... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ronnie Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore.
It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know.
How much of my court record do I still have access to? My god, still all of this. Alright. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. Make it to KB Security that fast? Are you sure you weren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves?
What a scaredy cat you are, Nick.
Miss Delight told us the location of KB Security.
Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick.
Alright, well, I guess that's about it for now. I don't think there's anything else in... Oh, wait, there's actually new info? Okay. Ron received a blackmail letter, huh?
You think Miss Delight knows about this?
Well, if she did, I don't think she would have been smiling like that.
I wonder if we should tell her about it.
I think it'd be smarter if we didn't. There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. What are these rolls of paper stuck in a trash can? Theft of the Marzarin Stone, the Great Albatross Strategy. I feel like we've read all of these already. The police took a look at all that, you know.
Really? Did they say anything?
They said it wasn't important. Oh?
Don't worry about it, Nicky boy. After all, my Ronnie's just an amateur.
Amateur or not, this is cool. Knuckle Bomber. How cool is that? I mean, we got plenty of new text dialogue. I guess it's worth going through that at the very least.
Oh, that's so cute. It's got a hot air balloon, you know.
Wow, there's no fooling you.
I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick.
That emblem on that balloon is supposed to be top secret. This could convince the court that Ron Delight is Mask the Mask. I better not tell Maya. She gets kinda scary when she comes to celebrities. Yeah, a lot of these it feels like they've been reused. Debating. Do I really want to go through all this? Nah. There's probably anything new here. Let's just go somewhere else. I wonder if there's anything at the At-Me Detective Agency now. Oh, this place is literally crawling with cops. What do you expect? Now that they know that he was actually Mask the Mask, this must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing this place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case. Is Gumshoe actually a homicide detective? I mean, I know he's usually working on homicide cases, but I just thought he was a general detective in general. Generic detective. So what was Look At Me doing on his desk that requires a chemistry set? Smoke bombs, clearly. Or, you know, how to brew, I don't know, the most fancy fireworks that will explode in the sky in a multitude of colors when he escapes as the Phantom Thief? I don't know. But wasn't he in charge of the Mask the Mask investigation all the way up to yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. And it looks like there's nothing else to investigate around here. Okay, apparently there's... Why did they let me come here? What's even the point of coming here? There's literally nothing to investigate, and we got no information here. Okay, whatever. I guess that's an area we could go to for whatever reason. Oh, of course. Look At Me was so the guy who knocks. Got it. Flavor text, I guess. I already told you, it's not E. Look At Me, makes meth, cantaloupe. A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delita right now. Man, and we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, I guess the police are just going crazy like we are. Yesterday, they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands. I guess you're right. The guard over there looks like a bit on edge, too. I wonder if we got the court record on who the murder victim looks like. Guess not. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick. Ooh, this place is fancy. I see a button. Maya, push the button. So, I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What has that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Ho, ho, ho. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the Gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes, I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Maya, Gumshoe literally helped me save you in previous cases. He helped find all kinds of evidence when you were a hostage, you realize, Maya. Now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on! What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. If you ever need someone to put on the pity act, get Maya to do it for you. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 a.m. this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Probably an object in this room. Happened at exactly the same time that the mask was stealing the urn, huh? Cerebral hemorrhaging from the blunt trauma to the head. So, why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that Ugh. Safe? Well, it is pretty big. Nobody heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. A white tree must be the shape of when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Bullard. Maybe you could start by getting that man's name right? So, what happened to Mask the Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Also, did I get a drink of water? Oops, forgot a drink. Oh, I needed that. Ugh. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. Not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Ah, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Atmy's always around when a calling card showed up. But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I ever heard. That's how you just knew he was a thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Eminem case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved a newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Hey. This guy here, haven't I seen him so... No way! There's no way that's Ron, is it? It's pretty small, so it's kind of... Wait a second! I recognize that! Oh my god! No way! Wait a second. Wasn't that a gift that Ron gave to Desiree? Oh my god. Is Ron actually Mask the Mask? Or did he find it? What? Wait a second. Wait, now I'm confused again. So is Ron actually Mask the Mask, or is Luke actually Mask the Mask? Oh man, this just opened up a whole can of worms. Because yeah, that's totally Ron back there, and and he gave that. Oh my god. It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it. Okay. I need more info. You're Mask to Mask, he's Mask to Mask, I'm Mask to Mask! Are there any other Mask to Mask that I should know about? Well, the real Mask to Mask, please stand up. Oh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight? Yeah, I think he did that way just because he knew it'd hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So, who is that Java addicted mask maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? I suddenly want to put an alert of a carton of milk falling over. The thing is, pal, I never ever heard of this guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this is his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court. A maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe. I had no idea you were so unpopular. He's unpopular in the game, but in our hearts, he's the best. No, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Well, time to examine the room, I guess. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out. Just for a second. Oh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you! Whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones! Move it! Oh, please don't talk to me about food right now, Maya. I'm actually getting a little hungry myself. I need to get some food before, heading over to someone's stream tonight. Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in the chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. Eek! Did I not eat? Okay, I did eat, but it's been a while. Maybe a good 5 hours. No, yeah, it is 9 my time, but I'll eat after the stream's done. It's fine. Did I not have dinner? I just ate a sandwich, like a light sandwich. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Maya, I was joking. Hey, cut that out! Don't press that! That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you not to read how many times I told you to read the instructions first? Yeah, a light sandwich, like a slice of ham between some bread. It's fine. This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Gaslight girl boss gatekeep. Not wrong. She does gatekeep Steel Samurai, I believe. Oh, so when the Steel CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there.
but they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. And now we have Maya fingerprints all over it. Yay! I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer.
Wow, look at that huge framed photo.
Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky.
There's a title written at the bottom of the photo.
The greatest sunrise of life. This is it?
This was his best sunrise? Either this guy didn't get out enough or he had really bad luck with the weather. Maybe if he lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days.
No, Maya forces Phoenix into the Steel Samurai fandom. She reverse gatekeeps.
Ah, of course, you're right, Woot.
She did also program in the Steel Samurai theme onto his phone, didn't she?
This looked like some kind of bookshelf / rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get in between these two shelves.
Don't strain yourself trying. It looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel.
So, I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files.
Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs that we're hired to handle.
Maybe a good night's reading.
If you got insomnia. Oh, please. I go to bed at 8 a.m. every day. What's the big deal?
I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something.
Let's see, what else is there? Well, there is this one document over here. Check out this big, thick binder here.
Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick.
Reading the file isn't exactly back-breaking work, just a little hard on the eyes.
Ah! What'd you find out, Nick?
This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask the Mask. It's filled with info on him.
What? What kind of info?
It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and crime scenes.
Hey, Nick, look at the last page.
It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Emanon, 100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask the Mask stole.
So then $100,000 is the value of the stolen item?
I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list. How do you make a copy of this list without Gumshoe noticing, Phoenix? Ah, well, whatever. We got a smartphone. We can take pictures, right?
This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it opened?
I don't think so.
So you mean...
Yeah, I think the string shows where and how the corpse was lying. Does Gumshoe seem competent to you? I mean, Gumshoe's competent half the time. Okay, maybe 25% of the time. He's a good 15% competent.
The victim, he was killed by being crushed by the safe door?
She can't be serious. Can she?
Ew, think about it. A dead guy was lying in here all night.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. And the other 85%? Cup ramen. Well, somebody opened this safe on the night of the crime, right?
Yeah, and so?
Well, if Mr. Bullard's body was hidden in here, it must mean that it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby is no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open this safe, pal. Yeah, and... You think he was a pack noodle kind of guy?
I can kind of see that, but I also see him as someone who wouldn't be able to afford a plate. So I feel like rather than getting a bowl, I feel like he'd rather just eat out of the cup that's provided for him. Everyone knows how to open this safe Everyone that knows how to open this safe had airtight alibis, I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief Ron Delight.
What? Ron Delight? He was a security chief?
Ron? So he knew how to open a safe, huh? You know what? I can also see that, Maniacal. That's also a good point. Yeah, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. Oh boy. Doesn't look like we have much else to present here, do we? Nope, that's about it. Unless we want to present some evidence to him. Thoughts?
So about this.
Huh? What's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya.
What's wrong?
We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. We might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just my billfold.
That's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. No, I really want you to show it to me. I don't think there's really anything to present to Gumshoe at this moment. Let's head out. Off to the security room. Whoa! This place is green! Wow. This is really something else. Also, that jacket looks like it belongs to Looker from Pokemon.
For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure.
AB security guard. Oh no, I just remembered Larry might be...
Hey, Nick, what's up?
It's Larry's jacket. Oops. So he is here.
Yo, how's it hanging, dude? Hey, you got my sweet little Maya with you too.
How old is Maya again? Okay, that's fine. The lighting does make it seem more brown than orange. That is true.
Hi, Larry.
Here I was working my fingers to the bone.
And in walks an angel. Hey, got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good.
Larry, please. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
He's so hopelessly clueless.
Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya.
Maya, please stand behind me.
But Nick here is a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then, and this is now.
Never mind the fact that he robbed Miles. It's fine. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry?
Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free.
He wants a bribe? I thought professionals were, I don't know, honest? You talk to him,
Larry, tell us already, what's the good info?
I also did save your ass in court, keep that in mind.
Hey, I like that. This kitten has some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, so tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron Delight was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro, I follow you, go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron Delight was fired. And there was no warning at all, it just happened all of a sudden.
Why does Larry sound like Monokuma?
Unintentional, but it works.
I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful.
I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Oh, poo, 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 poo. A body's been discovered! Looks like maybe skipping out on work to pick up hot chicks or something.
No, that's just you. So what's it like to be a part-time security guard?
Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by all right, I guess. First, I gotta keep my eyes on those monitors all the time.
Monitors?
There are security cameras set to each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are going to fall out.
Oh.
If I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams.
What teams?
The security teams for this company, they're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them.
So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you?
Why do you say that?
Didn't Ron... Wasn't Ron's wallet found by Larry at 1 a.m.?
It's just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb.
Even if it's a part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here.
Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick.
Huh?
I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility.
Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all.
Well, it's like I always say, that was then, and this is now, okay?
Looks like I'm going to have to break his side locks after all. Oh boy. On the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to?
What? Of course I was! Why would I have been?
But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Miss Delight? Was that? This is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night too?
Never, I didn't sneak out. I'll tell you what. I'll even bet you $1.
Who wants to take up that bet, everyone? $1? Wow, now that's confidence.
What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Don't you have any evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain?
Maybe they figured he'd get shot on duty and wouldn't have to pay for him. Well, for one thing, you found this literally at 1 a.m., so... This wallet, you know about this, right?
I've never seen it before.
Liar! You hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday!
Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens.
Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around what, blah, blah, blah. We're going to skip flashbacks.
Well, 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office.
Ah! Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about.
What's that?
My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murderer might have snuck in before then.
What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does, but that can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That key card data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that! Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me! Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was opened with this card. Furthermore, it is most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes way. Someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh. But, Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. No! Successful unlock. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's all my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry, there was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? I'm turning into Shaggy. My Donna happened. Huh? You're Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend! It was like some kind of horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one who does the punching. Isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So, is that why you left the security office? I'm sorry. It's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? How could I? What can I do? What? Wah! My throat's dying. He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. Speaking of baby, does he actually drink out of his carton with a straw? Who actually drinks out a carton with a straw? Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. I mean, I like straws too, but not out of a carton. I drink usually out of a fancy cup or something. Nick! There's nothing wrong with straws, but straws out of a carton I feel is unnecessary, especially since it's disposable. I don't know. He's probably not going to think much about this. Thoughts on this? The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right! Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Can you please take this seriously and stop flirting with Maya? Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue like the professional guard that I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks, I try. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now?
Yes, please, tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed! I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it, so that was you, huh?
You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office?
Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to, adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary.
It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. No, the laziest person is me because I am dying of starvation and I'm ready to call the stream soon.
Let's get back to talk about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night?
There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right?
Of course I did! And I couldn't possibly have made a mistake earlier!
Oh, what happened to feeling guilty about your boss being dead?
Do you think you could take us just one more look for me, sweetie, please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick?
He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make—
What?! What is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake!
No kidding.
But how? It can't be! It's impossible!
Okay, enough already. What about the records?
That night, it went off just once. In the morning, at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened! Really? Are you serious? That's terrible! It can't be!
1:02 a.m. All right, keep that in mind. Is there anything else I want to present to him? Nothing really. I guess we're good to go. Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it?
That's right! Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? So, why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket waist pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen? Huh? It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick?
You know what? I'm starting to see why Larry and Maya get along. Yeah, but for a different reason.
Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey, Larry, what are they?
Did you say,
Hey, man, it's not like I know what... I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were some kind of decoration or something. Oh, boy.
How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? Something is written on this poster in fine print.
A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior.
You can't force me to smile.
4, salute thy superior. 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Old Baghead. He's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you come face to face with her real genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, all right. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now.
Oh, thank God we don't have to deal with Wendy for a game.
That's my partner seat.
Your
Partner?
Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. I know, weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. It still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep a steady on the monitors and use that mic for
I almost said miscommunication, but would I really be wrong in that regard?
Look at all this equipment. It must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room.
Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you gonna do in an emergency?
Well, I guess I start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for her reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork.
Competence, thy name is Larry. Even Maya and Pearls could run this place better.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Those screens there show what's going on all over the building. Everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them.
I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you.
Can you watch regular on TV on these too?
If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of work, it's Larry.
Hey, Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it.
Sounds like he tried. And how do you know that, Larry?
Because that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, all right?
All right, we're done here.
Let me think.
Okay, quick question for those who are familiar with this game. How much more is there to the investigation? If there's a lot more to an investigation, I think we might want to call it here. Not only am I getting hungry, we are getting close to the end of stream time, and I'm getting a little tired. My throat's kind of quite a bit. Half? Okay, yeah, we'll save it for next time. I'm just getting a little tired, to be perfectly honest. My throat's getting a little tired too, to be real with you guys. I hope you guys don't mind me calling it here. We'll continue next time. Alright, so next stream of Ace Attorney will be on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, we are going to be doing some Fortune Street tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a few special guests lined up for that, so if you guys want to tune in for that, consider joining this, consider tuning in for that tomorrow. But yeah. Let's see now. If there's any changes to the schedule, though, you can follow me on Twitter at NoLimit42, where I post stream updates and general shenanigans. Alternatively, you guys can hit up the Discord server where we talk about anything and everything. We're a very friendly bunch there, and we also talk, and we are always welcome to any new faces. We also do movie nights every single Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. The next two movies we are watching are Winnie the Pooh movie called Springtime with Roo and Mickey, Don, Goofy, The Three Musketeers. If you guys want to tune in for that, consider joining the Discord server. Oh man, I'm so tired. I can't think of a good raid message. If you guys got one in mind, let me know. I'm gonna go find a raid target. Oh, you know what? I think I have a good raid message in mind. How about, that's going to be our raid message. We're all mask the mask. What was the thing from earlier? What thing from earlier? Oh yeah, it was like Maya pushed a button. But yeah, but I kind of prefer the we're all mask the mask one. But yeah, is there a character for a star? I think there is. I just don't know how to do it, unfortunately. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Let's go with. Hang on. There we go. Thank you, K-Roll. That works perfectly. All right, we're going to be rating with we're all Mask the Mask. And as for who we're going to be rating, we're going to be rating Twilight King. He's currently doing a blind playthrough of Earthbound. So how about you guys go give him some love? I'm pretty sure Twi is very familiar with Ace Attorney, so he's definitely going to appreciate this. So, yeah, like I said, next Ace Attorney stream will be this Sunday, but we're going to be doing Fortune Street tomorrow, so, yeah. As you'll see from his countermeasures, for sure. But yeah, go give him some love from me. I'm gonna get food, I'm dying, so I'll catch y'all later. Good night, everybody. Farewell.